Big 12 champions and all-conference honorees. Today, we look at some big-time performances for the UNI wrestling team at the Big 12 championships and the 2 individual titles that were won. We show you a leader on the UNI volleyball team and an upperclassman on both the defensive and offensive side of the football. We look at the all-conference selections for women's basketball and some big inspiration for this year's wrestling team.